Hi, everyone. Welcome to another lovely episode of Taurus Talk. I am Dani.
And it's your boy Rick.
Welcome back. So we are going to do a quick recap of episode 5, which talked about stability and how we can tune into being stable at all levels of life and just our experiences as far as stability goes. And then wrapping it up with that. So yes, thank you all so much for tuning in. We are actually recording this today. So a lot of the astrology information is going to be super relevant to you guys. So with that being said, we'll go right into the astrological things of the week. First and foremost, we'll go to our new moon in Scorpio, which will be on Friday. Very powerful time for manifestation. As you guys know, Scorpio is ruled by the Death card in tarot, which is all about old things passing away, so the newness.
New beginnings.
Yes. So old habits, old parents, old people, they're going to have to pass away, essentially. You know what I mean? And so it prepares you for newness to come in, essentially. So with this week, or throughout Scorpio season in general, you may have where some relationships may end, some friendships may end. There might be a lot of things that are going to come to an end, but the intention is to help you to grow spiritually, mentally, and all those things. And some of those people you may leave behind, they may be of an old or a past life, so you may not have they may not have grown as much as you have, or you are just on different paths, and that's okay. The whole intention is to really be with like-minded people and people who are in alignment with you. So it's not easy, and yes, it does hurt, and yes, it's sad sometimes, but Scorpio season definitely forces us to be out with the old and with the new.
And with the new.
So with the new moon in Scorpio, this is going to be a great time, you all, to manifest, because with it having a very Scorpio is a powerful energy. Like, for those people who do not know, if you have Scorpio placements, or if you know people who have a lot of Scorpio in their chart, they tend to be very powerful people. They could change energy within the room. So with that being said, that's why Scorpio season can be so intense, because it just brings a lot of changes. And a lot of times Scorpios are very much truth tellers too. So a lot of truth will be coming, a lot of revelations will be coming. As we know, Taurus is on the opposite end of Scorpio. So that's our sister sign. So a lot of people say Taurus is our Scorpios. We just have better PR. We're not as intense as they are.
I would agree with that.
Somewhat. I do.
Somewhat. They're a little more unhinged than we are at sometimes. They don't have they just all flow, no ebb. You know what I mean? So they're a little bit different. I get it. They're like us when we're just not in check.
Pretty much. Yeah. Pretty much. They always say
they're a little wild and all over the place.
They can.
And and Scorpio people love me. I have plenty of Scorpio people around me. They love me. And but I provide something that they don't, because they be a little wild. They be wild. You know,
they be a little grounded. I'm not gonna lie. They
be a little wild. You know what I mean?
They say that in your sister sign, if you are, depending on what vibration you're on, if you are on a higher vibration, you pick up those positive qualities about your sister sign. With Scorpios, like I said, they can move energy in a good way. They're usually good manifestors too. Very if you're in their circle, they really care and love about you if you're in their circle. Very intuitive, those type of things. But if you're in a lower vibrational, you're going to hit the negative qualities of Scorpio. So like possessiveness, jealousy, like those type of things. You can hit that too. So just depending on which vibration you're mirroring.
Yeah, as long as the vibration ain't Diddy, you know what I mean? That's all that matters.
You know what? I'm just gonna take a little sip of my water.
Hey, Danny, you know what I mean? Not that kind of Scorpio, okay? Don't need no more of them. All right.
No. So yes, with the new moon Scorpio, it's gonna be a great time to manifest some of the changes that you're gonna have in your life. And what are some things that you want to manifest, what you want to change? And once again, we're preparing for winter, right? So also a time of what are some things that you need to change? Shadow work is going to be very important during Scorpio season. I know we don't like doing it. but it's going to be important for that as well. So for Friday, take some time, write some manifestations. You want to work with water since it's a water sign. So taking a spiritual bath is going to be important. And just tune into that. So that is the major astrology that's going to be going on this week. We do have Jupiter in retrograde right now. So some things, I guess, when it comes to expansion, luck, and growth, depending on where your Jupiter placement is, can slow down a little bit. It's not a bad thing. It's just, once again, retrogrades are nothing but reflections. So really an assessment. That's really what retrogrades do. So it could be some of that coming up too.
I mean, it kind of goes perfectly into this topic of the show today.
It definitely does. I see how it works, because I didn't think about that.
Perfect segue. Patience.
Yes, that's going to be our topic for this week. Is oh God, whew, this hits a little close to home, because people that know me for real. I am not the most patient person at all.
Me either.
At all. I know they say that Tauruses can be one of the most patient, but
I'm
patient.
I'm patient in my own way. You know what I mean?
I see what you're saying.
Like, I'll ask somebody to get something done, but if they ain't gonna do it, I'm not gonna ask twice. I'm gonna just go get it done.
I'm just gonna do it myself.
You know what I mean? And most of the time, I don't even ask people to do stuff, so I'm gonna just go do it myself.
Yep.
So I'm patient in my own way. I'm more patient when it comes to like social stuff like that, but when it comes to stuff that I'm, you know me, that we just gonna go ahead. We're gonna figure it out on our own.
Right.
But learning how to be more patient when it comes to dealing with that stuff, because of the way life has been currently going and stuff like that. So it's a good thing to learn, and it is something that I'm definitely paying a lot more attention to these days, because I fake patience. Like, just because I be quiet, I'm really not patient. You know what I mean? People assume that I am, but now I'll be like, I just go do it myself and get it. But now I'm actually trying to let people help and let people in and do that. So I have to actually be patient. You know what I mean? So it's a learning experience.
It's definitely a learning experience. So we're going to be going through patience and some of the ways that Tauruses can show patience. What are some of the ways that we can improve on patience? And also we're going to be actually putting in as well a sound bath meditation is going to help with patience and grounding and calming yourself. So we'll be doing that a little bit later on in the show. But first, we need to talk about what Tauruses are supposed to be with patience. Okay, so with you see, I put the quotation marks for those of y'all who are listening to the episode. But the reason why Tauruses are a fixed earth energy, okay? And fixed is a modality. And modality is just the category of the signs of what they put us in. So fixed just basically means that we want things done a certain way all the time. We don't like a lot of change. We don't like a lot of stuff around us. We just like things to be
practical, very, very practical.
Yes. And so with that being said, with us being fixed, when things change all of a sudden for us, like as far as patience go, we can kind of get impatient. I know I'm one of those people. So if something unexpected just happens out the blue, or if somebody just wants to do something spontaneous, I'm like, wait a minute. That kind of makes me become impatient, honestly. So, which is probably why I don't want to say we don't do well with fire signs, but most of the time fire signs are very spontaneous people. Mm-hmm. And so it would just be like, all right, let's do something in an hour. Hey, wait, first of all, I gotta get myself together. Now, you can't just sit up here and just be putting stuff on me that quick. I need my time. So that's one thing.
Yeah, see, I kind of get caught in the loop because I do got a little bit of fire in my chart. So I'm very spontaneous, but then at the same time, sometimes I get in my mood where I'll be like, yeah, let's go do this. And then I'll look and I'll be like, man, you know what? That sounded so much better when I was thinking about it then, but nah, I really don't feel like moving. Like, I just,
that's me. That's 100% me. Mm-hmm. I'm like, yeah, let's do it. Let's go. And then it'd be like the day of, like, I don't know what I was thinking when I agreed.
Why did I even agree to this?
Why did I agree to that? Yep. But yes, patience is key. I think patience also allows me, myself personally, it allows me to slow down a little bit and really think. Because for me, my mind goes 1,000 miles a minute sometimes. And having that patience teaches me to kind of just slow a little bit and be like, okay, Danielle, stop, pause. Like, what is it you have to do to kind of slow down your thinking
This is
and just
look,
relax?
this is why I've always taken the approach I have by just being quiet. People think I'm quiet. I'm not quiet. I'm observant. You know what I mean? Because
Mm-hmm.
of that, because I just want to make sure I'm hearing what I'm hearing. I'm doing my due diligence. So before I say what I gotta say, all bases is covered. That's definitely patience is a virtue.
It is. I know it's a
I've
virtue I
been
ain't learned.
patient for my whole life. And I'm still learning how to be more patient. It's not something
Yeah.
that you're gonna get overnight, because guess what? When you think you got some patience, something new come in and test you. You got to get some new patience. You know what I mean?
Exactly. That's what it is. I'm like, oh, thank you, Lord, for making
Oh
me so
yeah, I finally
patient.
passed this. Oh really? Guess what? Guess what? We got a whole new level of it coming.
Right. Right. Like, oh, thanks. Oh, wow, another lesson. Ooh.
Yeah.
Like, and I think we talked about this one day when we just said life is nothing but lessons and patterns. I swear. That's really all life is. Like, it's things that you learn, it's things that you pick up and be like, oh, that's a pattern I may need to pay attention to for the future.
Yep.
So, but yes, like I said, I am not one who is very patient. Um, okay, so we're going to talk about being patient and dating for a minute because for me, I had someone that I was dating, and they told me this was a while ago, but they told me that because I'm not patient, it makes them hard for them to do anything for me because I'll just go do it myself. Like if I'm just like, oh, I want flowers or whatever, you take it too long to give me those flowers, I'm just gonna go buy the flowers. Like, it's
Yeah.
just that's how I am. And so he told me, he was like, you don't give people the time and you don't have the patience to
Yeah.
let
That's it.
them
Yeah.
be there.
Yeah, see, and dating is a little bit different. You know what I mean? Especially because of men want to feel needed. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
But because women have things at their convenience, look, bro, I'm gonna just be honest with you. You gotta move your shipping up to overnight. You can't be waiting 2 weeks.
Overnight.
You know what I mean? Like, look, if you say you're gonna do something, you gotta be kind of prompt about it. Like, you gotta move accordingly these days. You know what I mean? Like, that's
Yeah.
that's sound like a personal problem for Big Dog because so don't talk about it, be about it. You see what
Well,
Nike say, just do it.
but also too, I'm learning with the lack of patience, it's me, I'm not able to receive, and
Right,
that is
right,
not,
right.
it's not in my femininity to
I agree.
like just constantly just do what I want to do and do it quickly because
Yeah,
I want to do it in my own time.
that's true. That is true. That is a very good point.
Yeah.
But at the same time, I can say this because dudes will waste your time. You know what I mean? There's got to be
Uh-huh.
it's got to be a balance with it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So both points are valid, and I do agree with you because I do tell you about that. But at the same time, if he said he's gonna get you flowers, it's been 3 weeks. I don't think the flowers.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like or 2 weeks or I don't know because I mean I'm just different. If I say I'm not, I don't say stuff I'm gonna do. I just do it. You get what I mean? I'm different.
Mm-hmm.
If
Mm-hmm.
I fuck with you, you know what I mean. I just do. I don't talk about it. I just do. So.
Right. Right.
I
Right.
look at it a little differently, you know what I mean? But I'm not big on people's words. I just do it. You know what I mean?
But more on the action, not
Let's
necessarily
let's
the
get the
word.
action. Yeah, because the action gonna speak way louder than anything.
Exactly. So yeah, so that's something that I'm definitely learning is that the art of patience is definitely tapping more into your feminine nature because it's the ability for you to receive something. You don't always have to give, or have to worry so much about so Rick, between my parents and everything else, they are really teaching me to tap into
Yep.
feminine energy
Yep.
because it's going to help me to further my spirituality first and foremost.
Yeah.
But also teaching that Danielle, sometimes you do need somebody to come on in and just
Yeah.
let you calm for a minute, and teach you patience and teach you stillness. And so
Yeah.
you'll be able to operate in that level instead of being such high like anxiety or
Right.
always need to do something all the time
Right.
and not resting, those type of things. So
Yeah. See, it's always that, and then it's always just to find balance, isn't it? Because you have to think as well. Like, I get why you feel that, but you have to think you've always been able to manifest with and get what you want. So it's not like you're doing anything out of your nature. You're just operating. So I get it. You know what I mean? It's just a learning. It's a learning curve. It's like
Yeah.
the next lesson on your journey.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
You
Yeah.
done that
So
tasting, now it's time to sit back and reward. The reaping, now it's time. I mean, the sowing, now it's time to reap. You know what I mean?
yep, exactly. Yeah,
Time for
there's
harvest.
always a time for everything. So
Yeah.
yeah, for sure. Um, Another thing with patience is just in a way you have to learn when being patient is that things are not going to always go your way at your time.
That is a fact.
So for
Oh,
me,
trust
like
me, that is a fact. I'm learning that the
man,
hard way. The hard way. The hard way.
because I tell you what, I've been learning that too. Like just because it's not on my timing, or my way, that doesn't mean that that's the wrong way. You know what I mean? Like, so I'm definitely learning to tap more into being more patient and seeing things also too from different perspectives. It's not just about me; it's about other people too. So definitely tapping into that. Definitely tapping into that.
Yeah, I'm definitely my patience is you already know. Look, these last few years this has been the movie. I'm gonna have to make a movie or something out of this. It's gonna have to turn into something. But look, patience is I'm learning more and more every day. Just be
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
quiet. Just put yourself aside sometimes and just keep. Sometimes you gotta just do what you're being instructed to do. You can
Exactly.
keep bumping against the grain as long as you want, and it ain't gonna work. You gotta adhere to the messages for sure. So,
Oh yeah, for sure.
and
Um,
patience is definitely a virtue, Danny. You
ooh,
you are you know it.
we're gonna be saying throughout the podcast. It definitely is.
Yeah.
Patience is definitely a virtue. And
I
patience is
keep
key.
telling myself it's gonna be okay. Every day.
Right.
It's gonna be
Right.
okay. It's okay.
Just breathe. Just
We
breathe.
tried today and it didn't work again, but we're gonna keep trying. Just
Mm-hmm.
breathe.
Yeah. Yep.
Meditation,
Yes. I was just about to ask you what are some ways that you can gain patience, and meditation is
meditation.
definitely number one for me too. But um so yeah, we haven't meditated in a while, and I definitely been feeling it because I'm
Facts.
like
The fact.
I was like I need the meditation quick,
Yep.
fast, and on stat. So
Yeah, we definitely got to get that in for sure. That is
oh
for sure.
yeah, we will. But yes, meditation is definitely number one in most cases of tapping into your patience because you also have to learn how to calm your mind when you're meditating, and so it takes time. Some
Yep.
people, I mean, for most people, it takes a while to get to a point where when you go into meditation where you're at a calmness level or a peace level. But you have to go through breathing.
Yep.
And then you have to like kind of, I don't want to say shut your mind off because you don't shut your mind off, but learn to let things come and go, like your thoughts and all those things come and go as they need to. And that's something and then you get to that patience. I don't want to call it frequency, but the
Yep.
mindset patience. So meditation is definitely number one. Ground is another great one too. Like grounding is essential for patience. Um, there are so many different studies that have been done about grounding and how it can literally calm your body down. I mean, literally calm it. So, getting into some grounded techniques. We talked about this in a few episodes of how can you ground, what crystals to use, what techniques you can use to ground. So that's very, very important. Um, Another way for patience for me is time. Some things take time. And so not to rush or try to do things so quickly. So time for me is very important. Like learn to be like, okay, it doesn't have to be done tomorrow.
Yep.
It could be another day. Especially for me when it's work related or when I'm stressing about something, I'm just like, okay, Dale, go to bed. There's nothing you can do. Go to bed, it'll get solved
Yep.
tomorrow. And so really just tapping into time, like in that first of all, time's an illusion, but also being learned to be like, okay, it'll be there, will be there. If you need time to just get away and relax, then get away and relax. So
Yep.
that's one thing for me is to take my time and know I don't have to rush everything. Rick, do you have anything else like when it comes to like how do you gain patience or how do
I
you?
mean, so to be honest, a lot of the patience I've gained is like I told you, in our conversation, our many conversations, a lot of it came from me just helping people because
Mhm.
I was so much farther advanced and smarter than the people I was around. I literally had to help everybody, so it just taught me naturally to be more patient because I can't do everything at my pace, and this is, something
Right.
that I still struggle with to this at this day because, like you said, I prefer to do stuff my way. You know what I mean? And
Hmm.
me having to be patient because of my life situation and the way things have panned out within the last year, I've been learning. I've had to, sharpen back up on my patience as well because I struggle with it as well. So, it's not something that just gets easier. It's something that you just have to keep working at.
Right. Right. That's a good one too. That was really a good one.
Helping people or look, learning a new skill, something that you really are passionate about. If you really want to learn it, it'll teach you patience because you ain't gonna be no good at it.
Right. Right.
You know?
Yep. Tapping into a new hobby or a new
Yep.
passion definitely helps. Like you said, some things you're naturally skilled at and you'll get it very quickly, and some you're not. And the ones that you're not, you could get frustrated and just be like, I pick up things so easily. Why can't I get this one
Yep.
right? Because you need the patience and it takes time. And I think spirituality teaches you because you're not going to know everything overnight. You're not going to figure it out. You'll never figure it all out, first of all. So there's that.
Yep.
But spirituality definitely teaches you patience because there's some things where it's like, oh man, I can't get it as quickly as I usually can with other stuff. But the reason why is because spirit wants you to slow down and take your time.
Mhm.
And so with that, spirituality definitely teaches you patience. Oh boy. Yeah.
Yes, it does.
Yeah. Especially when you're going through that spiritual awakening cycle. Woo, boy, that will definitely teach you some patience. Okay.
Yes, it will.
Definitely will teach you some patience. So there's another podcast that I do. We talked about the spiritual awakening cycle, and there's a part that's called ego death. And ego death is essentially where your ego goes down to the bare bones of yourself. Like I don't want to say you don't know who you are, but it's like you strip everything about the things that you have known, and you basically you're being reborn into a new identity, into a new purpose, and things like that.
I
And
think that's
that
what I'm
part,
currently going through right now.
yeah, and that part is hard,
Yeah.
very hard, and you have to have patience to go through that part because it's not gonna be overnight. That this takes months. It takes a very long time to go through that part of the process when it comes to that. Now, I mean, I had mine a couple of years ago, and I will say for me during that time, it was horrible. It sucked. But now looking back at it, there's so many things that I learned about myself, about other people. It really pushed me to what it is I'm supposed to be doing. So it has a purpose, but going through that process is not easy. And I also feel like there's another awakening that's coming. So I'm just like,
Yeah.
okay,
Buckle
I'll
up.
buckle up, Buttercup. I
Ain't
should have
for
wore that
both
shirt.
of us, because I definitely been feeling it as well.
Yeah, yeah.
But what a time to be alive. It's just, you got to keep doing your due diligence. It ain't going to change. You got to just keep rolling with the punches and adapting and reacting.
That's all you can do.
All you can.
Yep, and trusting whoever your higher power is, whatever you call to, trusting that they are going to take you through the process and that it will never be to a point where you cannot handle it.
Yep.
That's something that I had to learn too, was that the things we go through, yes, it's hard, yes, it sucks, yes, it's bad, it can be horrible, but they don't put, this is my experience, they don't put anything more than I can bear or more than I can handle.
Yep.
So, that's something that I also kind of look towards, I guess. So yeah, helping people, that was a really good one. Or we're going to a new skill or a new hobby or learn something new. So for me personally, so I'm learning Japanese.
Oh,
So
I'm about to start learning that too. That's boy.
yeah,
Yeah, we're gonna have to have some conversations and yeah,
okay, in Japanese.
yeah. Yeah. Look,
And
I
when
already
I tell you
guys, so
all,
look, I already fit the part.
you know what now,
Hey,
but it's crazy because for me, I'm having trouble with learning it because, their sentence structure is different, their dialect's different, how they speak is different. And
mm,
so I'm really like, I be telling my friend, I'm like, I'm starting to lose patience now. I was like, I got the skill. I've been trying. Okay. But he was just like, but you're doing it. So just keep doing it. It'll become easier. You just got to keep doing it, keep trying. Like, okay.
you
So
gotta
yes,
think too.
y'all learn.
You got a thick accent as well, so it's
I
probably
know.
yeah.
I know. It's so
Gotta
hard when you
yeah.
have like
You probably you're not used to having to talk with actually without your tongue as much as so. It's yeah.
yeah, it's harder when you have a drawl, which I
Yep.
know the people here, we definitely have a really deep country
Mm,
drawl to our voice. So it's hard for me to kind of switch that.
yep.
And which is interesting because sometimes at work, I do have to switch my voice, but it takes me some time to get there. But yeah, so Japanese, like I know the little phrase, but when they get to the longer sentences, I'm like, whoa, whoa.
You know,
I'm
I
like,
work for that.
I'm like, okay, I got to,
You know, I work for that Chinese company, and you know they in Mandarin. They be talking forever.
Mm-hmm.
He said that's the
Yeah,
hardest one to learn. I
yeah.
started picking up on a lot of the stuff they were saying because I did it for 18 months. But yeah, I'm good. I'm gonna learn Japanese though because I'm going over there and I'm gonna
But
be.
yeah, I can't wait. So yes, I'm learning Japanese, you all. I may pick up Spanish too. We'll see what
You
happens
know,
with that.
Japanese and Spanish are supposed to be very similar
Oh, okay.
speaking. They're like close, close
Right.
to each other. So they said if you can learn Spanish, you can pretty much learn Japanese. That's from what I've been told.
Okay. Well, I might tap into that. We have so where I live, we're starting to get a bigger Hispanic population. So I'm just like, I want to learn Spanish too.
Yeah, you might as well
But yeah,
add it
so
to
I
the.
might be tapping into that too. We'll see. But
Hey,
yeah, so that's one of the things I have to like learn to be more patient with is like learning a new language, like, and so and tapping more into, the cultures and things like that. So it's exciting, but sometimes I do get impatient. I'm like, hey,
look.
get the word.
Hey, you ain't the only one. Like I told you, I've been trying my hand at making music. I can talk all day, but actually
Mhm.
in front of this microphone and actually it's like what it just does not feel natural at all. I can talk all day, crack joke. You know, I can, but like when
Yeah.
we get here and actually try to read and write. I mean, read when I'm writing. It just like sometimes I get up here and it just be like, I be just nothing come out. I be like. It's strange. It's
Mm.
so weird, but I keep practicing it. But I be frustrated. I'm like, man, I'm about to take this mic and throw it up across the room, like, because it's weird. But look,
Yeah.
I'm working on my speaking, so I can that way I can speak even better.
All right. Exactly. We all have things that we can tune and make better, of course.
Yeah,
And that does take patience because, like I said, you can't get frustrated. I mean, we all get frustrated when things, I'm just like, I can't figure it out, so I get those ways too. But that is one way, like learning a new hobby, new skill. Helping people is a great way too, especially if you have, expertise in the area that people may want to learn or know about, then you can tap
mhm.
into that and help people out too. That's really, really good. That was a really good one. Meditation, grounding. Another thing that teaches me patience is going to be funny. Children teach me patience.
Yes.
So for well, you all don't know this, but essentially, I used to have a niece. She's 4, going on 30. She's an old lady in a little bite. But anyways, so she used to come over here all the time. I used to, babysit, watch her, and things like that. And she taught me a lot about patience because at that age because that's who they are, that's their personality, and that's where they are development wise. They have a lot of needs that they have to be tended to. It's just for this.
Hmm.
So she's like, I want to go play, and now I want to watch this, and now I want to do this, and then I got to figure out what to eat for dinner, or sometimes she just wants to do things her way, and just it teaches you. Children will teach you patience, okay? Because some days I realize I don't be having it. I don't be having the patience. But she definitely,
Down
that little one
somewhere.
teaches me.
You
Yeah.
go tell her go sit down somewhere, huh?
Oh my gosh. Please, just give me 5 minutes.
Here,
5 minutes.
I know I don't want to give you that tablet, but here, go sit down.
Yes, sit down somewhere, girl. Well, can we go do this? Can we go do that? I'm hungry. I'm sleepy. I'm cranky. I'm angry. I'm like, oh my God.
Just going through it. Yep.
Woo. So yes, children will definitely teach you patience. But it's not a bad thing. You know, children teach you a lot. And I have learned that through certain aspects with her, she has healed certain parts of my inner child that she doesn't even know. Like there's certain things that because of her, I've healed certain aspects or even looked into parts of my inner child and be like, oh, I may need to work on that. I may need to tap into that. Yeah. So
yeah, that's beautiful.
yeah. That's my little friend. Although I got a reading done once and somebody else told me that basically we were in a past life together and we were mother and daughters.
That's wild.
That wouldn't surprise me though at all. How we act and everything and interact, that wouldn't surprise me. Because I was like, she was probably the mama because she's very bossy. And, and I was probably
the daughter, yeah.
But yeah, so like I said, children, boy oh boy, they will teach you patience, okay?
Yeah, they will.
Whew,
Pets
boy.
too.
And pets, yes, pets as well. They definitely will teach you patience. They would definitely teach you.
I got me a big old 115-pound hard-head dog. You know.
He's so cute.
He is.
He was on camera earlier with us before the show. So.
Yeah, he wanted to show a little face, you know. He wanted some attention.
But yeah, pets too. Yes, pets are totally right. And this is my own personal thing that's teaching me patience. Road traffic and road stuff, because I'll be in the minute. Like, and now I'm realizing, like, wait a minute. First of all, the people can't hear you. They don't know you. You might want to not do that. You don't know these people. Like,
it's funny because I be telling my Pisces homeboy, he be raging. I'm like, bro, it is not that serious. He be in there going crazy. I'm like, these people can't hear you. They barely can see you. Like, I mean, they see your car, but I don't know. I get road rage sometimes when people do stupid stuff, but for the most part, I don't care.
Well, it depends. It honestly depends on my mood, to be honest. Like, if I'm in a decent mood, I don't care. I'm just like,
I mean, I'll say something, but I like speeding up and cutting people off.
Yeah.
If I call you a stupid MFer, I probably will. You know what I mean? If you did something dumb, I probably will say that. You know what I mean? But that's about the extent of it.
The crazy thing about it is that, it depends on my mood. Because if I'm not in a good mood, I should not be driving. Because I be beeping and just.
Oh, see, I don't be doing all that.
I ain't, no. So it depends on my mood, to be honest. Like which dandy you're going to get, I guess. I don't know, but then I'd be thinking, I'm like, first of all, people can't hear you, they can't see you, and you doing all this, you going off. Why? What is that going to prove? What are you going to get out the car?
Just need to get it out. Hey, you might just need to get it out.
Maybe so. Maybe so.
So like a thing with patience to me, driving is relieving. You know what I mean?
Like, you like to drive?
I like to drive, so I can get in the car. And that road hypnosis is calming to me, but that's because I've drove and driven and been to so many different, remote locations where it take 2-3 hours for you to get here and there and all that stuff. So to me, it's just, that's soothing to me. So.
Oh yeah, yeah. Once again, it's funny, when I was younger, I used to be like that. Now I've gotten older. I'm like, I just want to get on the plane and just get off, and I'm at the place I need to be at. So,
trust me. Look, I would rather be flying. You know what I mean? Everywhere.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know. Now
people not doing stupid stuff. You know what I mean?
Well, yeah. Right. Right.
When I first got back home here, when I got back to Michigan last year, it was messed up. They had every freeway, every highway in the metro area was down. That was crazy.
Right. They do that here too. I'm like, really? Y'all want to do construction at the same time?
On every freeway. All right, come on now. The pandemic was nobody was outside. They should have been doing all that stuff then. They wait till everybody go back to work, and you know what I mean. Like, come on, man. Like this.
I didn't even think
Stuff
about that.
like
That
that
would be
pisses
the
me off,
perfect
man.
time. Fix the highways while nobody's out there. That's perfect.
That's what
Like,
I said. That would have been the perfect time to do all of them projects. They could have got people out there with masks on. They would have got that shit. Would have got fast as hell. That'd have been real, stuff, real that really,
right.
But
We Rick for president 20,
hey,
2028.
maybe one day. Maybe one day.
Yeah. But yeah, so there's so many things that you can learn from patients and how patients could benefit you too. Once again, slow it down, just checking yourself, being able to really be in flow, which once again is that it's a good common energy to be in, to where you don't have to rush and be of the world all the time. And having patience is definitely going to be important for that. And so, yeah. So, with that being said, for you all to get into your patience and into more of grounding, we're going to put in a sound bath meditation that's going to definitely deal with the patience of grounding and balancing and just being able to be in a calmer space, which therefore makes you more patient. So check out this clip. This is by me, of course. I know I do sound bath meditations, but it's going to be curated by me. And we'll get into more of how you can calm yourself and how you can get more into grounding. So check it out.
6-minute sound bath meditation.
All right, so you'll do that for 3 times, and once you're done doing that exercise for 3 times, you should feel a sense of relief for a little bit, at least. Like I know I do, especially like I said, when you exhale, you have to have a loud sigh or some sort of sigh. Like your body should literally go down as you're breathing out. So that's very, very important. Breath work will definitely help to tap into your patients for sure.
That is a fact.
So that is definitely important. So once again, breath work is going to be a good one. Listen to sound baths many times as you need to help with patients. And really some of the tips that we shared for earlier. So we hope that you all enjoyed this episode about patients. And Lord knows I'm in that number. I'm learning.
You ain't the only one. Both learning. I'm learning.
Yes. Yes. So thank you all so much for tuning in to this week's episode of Taurus Talk Podcast. As always, please like, share, and subscribe to us. Taurus Talk Podcast on YouTube and Taurus Talk Pod on Spotify. We're on Spotify, you all. So check us out on both of those platforms.
Make sure y'all hit that like button. Make sure y'all run it up. Tell a friend to tell a friend. We gonna be here. We definitely got more heat coming for y'all, and we might have a special guest coming on real soon. I'm gonna let Kenny tell y'all about that. You know.
Hey, we'll see. We want to see. We're gonna have some special guests coming up for you guys. We're really, really excited. Tune in for next week. As always, you all have a great and blessed week, and we will see you all next week. Bye, y'all.
Peace.